Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the round table. My name is Ben Hedges and I'm here in the studio with wonderful Kay Rubicek. Thanks so much.
Pleased to be here. Thanks for having me.
Thanks so much for joining us again. And we've got a fun story today. Well, you know, might be fun because the satirical news site The Onion has just bought Infowars at auction.
Okay, we're laughing, but I can only imagine how Alex Jones is feeling right now. Is he laughing? That's what I want to know.
He is not laughing. He actually issued a video on X, a rebuttal of this, and we'll play it to you a little bit later on, but he's obviously pretty mad about this. But if you don't know the background to this story, I'll just go through a few things. So Alex Jones and his Infowars and his whole company, they owe $1.44 billion to the families of the Sandy Hook massacre in Connecticut, right? Which is a few years back, a school massacre, not high school, I think it was elementary school. It's a lot, right? It's sort of an unrealistic number because he's not a billionaire. So there's no way he could pay that much. So anyway, the families apparently offered to settle for $85 million over 10 years. So that was their kind of offer to him. But now all his assets are being liquidated to, raise money to pay off the families, and maybe it's the $85 million, I'm not sure. But so that's what happened, and The Onion bought all the assets associated with Infowars at auction. And here's what they got. The Onion acquired the conspiracy theory platform's website, Infowars.com, social media accounts, studio in Austin, Texas, trademarks, and its video archive. So they got everything.
The Onion's kind of well known, but do they really have that much money?
Yeah, I'm surprised.
That's a lot of money.
So it's undisclosed how much they bought it for, though. That's the thing. I seriously doubt it's $85 million.
Okay.
Maybe it's in the low millions, I would expect.
Can you say what the bid was?
It was $1 trillion, which I know you're thinking, way too cheap. Incredibly, what a bargain. But we thought it was worth it. It's just a small part of our media empire.
But seriously.
I can't say. I can't say it. Yeah.
And guys, if you in the audience, if you don't know The Onion, it is a satirical news website. It's fake news, actually. It's genuine fake news.
Is it like the Babylon Bee?
It's like the Babylon Bee. Yes.
Babylon Bee's conservative.
The Onion's not really conservative. No,
right.
No, you're going to see that a little bit later on in this. Actually, The Onion's definitely not. I don't know if it's super left, but it's probably at least centrist, maybe a little bit left to center. So it's a satirical website. And it's funny, in the past, we've done stories about Chinese state-run media falling for articles in The Onion as being true, right? So I reported on this in the past. It was very funny. There was this one article in The Onion about the US Capitol. The senators wanted to vote to install a roof, the dome, that could open like this, so they could watch the stars from the the rotunda in there, and the Chinese state media believed this, and they were like, look how opulent the Americans are. They want to have a roof that opens in there.
Those imperialists,
those evil imperialists
want to watch the stars.
Yeah. And there was another one where The Onion reported, according to a vote, Kim Jong-un, the North Korean dictator, was voted the sexiest man alive. And the Chinese state-run media believed it.
That one I haven't heard
You remember
of.
that? You haven't heard that one?
No.
And they
That's
put
ridiculous.
Xinhua, they did like a 45 photo carousel of all the pictures of him on the horse, looking really sexy.
Putin-esque.
Putin-esque, yeah. It was so funny. It's a lot of fun. So anyway, that's The Onion. They put out these ridiculous satirical articles. And their plan for relaunching Infowars, they don't quite say what they're going to do with it. I assume it's going to be satire articles, but they're actually going to have this organization, Every Town for Gun Safety, which is a gun violence prevention organization. That's going to be their exclusive sponsor for the launch. So they're only advertiser.
That's not a joke.
That's not a joke. No, that is true.
This is going to be really difficult to know what's real and what's not real.
It is real. Yes, that's true, because the press release they put out, I sifted through it thinking, okay, that's a joke. I think this bit is real.
No. This is going to be really difficult. The first time I saw The Onion was a print version, and it was in New York City. And I picked it up. This was years ago, and I picked it up and I looked at it. I'm like, what is this? Coming from Australia, and I'm looking at this newspaper, and I'm reading these headlines, and I know these are not real. I didn't know what it was, and then I learned what it was. But oh my goodness, it just blurs the lines of reality.
It does, doesn't it? Yeah. So the statement they put out, it was satirical, and in the statement they kind of play the role of an evil corporation, talking about acquiring Infowars, and it's going to be added to our evil capitalist suite of companies, and They do say, though, which I think this part is true, is that they're going to halt the sale of Infowars' vitamin supplements straight away because those vitamins have been kind of attacked in the media before as not really containing enough of any of the ingredients to actually do anything for your body. Obviously, I don't know whether that's true or false, but that's what they're saying. And then they end with this statement: all will be revealed in true time. For now, let's enjoy this win and toast to the continued consolidation of power and capital. So I think that's kind of a little bit of a, tongue-in-cheek...
Is the CCP going to report on that? Are they going to take that as a real, looking at America and saying, look at these capitalists, look what they're doing now? Oh, it's just a joke. It's a whole joke, but but it's also...
It's like poetic, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so they say all will be revealed in time. So we don't actually know what they're going to do with it yet, but I assume it's going to be some sort of satirical, maybe a fake conspiracy theory website or something, sponsored by a gun safety organization.
So do you think it could be intentional to undermine Alex Jones? What he's he's labelled a conspiracy theorist, but he has also revealed information that has been proven to be true over time.
He has.
Some of it. And
do you remember the whole making the frogs gay comment?
I don't like them putting chemicals in the water that turn the friggin' frogs gay.
I mean, look at fluoride.
Yeah.
There's so many instances where you can trace back and say, actually, Alex Jones was talking about that.
The gay frogs one, I mean, there was this study in California of these frogs, and they were getting this agricultural runoff in their river, and it was turning them gay. So he did actually have a study, although the way he says it, if we play the clip of it, it's kind of outrageous the way it sounds. Yeah. But the Sandy Hook thing, obviously, I don't think he really had any proof of that. So he was just kind of, and it was very insensitive what he was saying. You know? Right,
and that's the big one, isn't it? And he does have such a way with words that he can just overhype, and he's got that kind of energy behind him that can kind of just push something that may be actually a solid study or story, and then it's pushed into a realm of conspiracy just because of the way he presents it.
Yeah.
So I just wonder if there'll be real information that may be undermined through the Onion's taking over, or I don't know, did they really buy it? Was someone potentially helping them buy it? There could be other motives.
Well, so in his statement, he accuses Connecticut Democrats of conspiring with the Onion to buy it. So let's actually have a look at his. I'll play you his statement now.
It is 7:50 right now. I'm about to upload this to X. I just got word 15 minutes ago that my lawyers and folks met with the U.S. trustee over our bankruptcy this morning, and they said they're shutting us down even without a court order. This morning, the Connecticut Democrats with the Onion newspaper bought us. They asked, did they outbid? They said, well, it was competitive. So they changed all the bidding rules, made it secret 2 days ago. I had a bad feeling. I told you that. And just like they tried to shut us down back in late May without a court order, they're supposed to have a court order. There's going to be injunctions filed. I'm about to go live out of Harrison's American Journal studio. I don't know what's going to happen, but I'm going to be here until they come in here and turn the lights off. I'm going to say, where's your court order? So this is all going down right now. They want to silence the American people, but we're not going to be silenced. Be sure and follow me at the Alex Jones Network at AJN Live on X right now. They're filed in court to take real Alex Jones away. That's totally unconstitutional. The judge already said no, so they filed in other courts. So the live feed going up by the time you see this at AJN Live and at Real Alex Jones right now. Share this everywhere. This is a total attack on free speech. The deep state is completely out of control. The private security hasn't even been told all this yet. They tried to tell them last time, the other U.S. trustee, to shut us down with a court order. These folks said no. So this is all happening right now. This is the tyranny of the New World Order, desperate to silence the American people. The mandate of Trump against all the lawfare, they don't care. So the system still thinks it's in charge. I'm going live right now from what probably will be the last transmission from this building. God bless you all for your support. Please support our sponsors so we get funds to stay on the air at the Alex Jones Network, thealexjonestore.com. Take action. I need your support. Infowars is really the detonator for this whole global movement that's happening. Your support did that. You're the reason it's happening. You are the resistance. God bless and good luck.
Whatever you think about Alex Jones, someone is trying to destroy his business. Yeah. It's not just a matter of a business takeover or a lawsuit where someone's punished for saying damaging statements. But this really is a complete
yes, it definitely
wipeout.
Yeah, although he kind of asked for it, because I feel like him saying all those things about Sandy Hook was very insensitive, and there wasn't enough evidence. They were very careless with the way they spoke. I remember watching clips of it back in the day. And also many people on the right actually view Alex Jones as sort of a kind of controlled opposition. That's what they think. Right. They think he's like a Mossad asset, or he basically makes them look bad, makes people on the right look crazy.
Well, he has that effect.
Yeah. So I would say he's a controversial figure even amongst conservatives, because some of them watch his show and like him, but actually a lot of them think that he's kind of like a controlled opposition character. Trump did go on his show back in 2016, and he was credited with helping Trump win back then. But Trump really hasn't had much to do with him since then, actually, at all.
That's true, yep.
Yeah. So, it could be that they kind of used him for that. And I remember actually at the rallies in DC in 2020, General Flynn really looked at him with a very kind of disrespectful, he did not view him with respect. So I think they maybe have some intelligence on him. They know that he's not really the real deal. There's a lot of controversial stuff about him.
Alex Jones is a controversial figure. No matter how you look at it, I don't know all of those details, no matter who you are. And he's kind of being isolated here. I'm interested to see what happens next. I'm concerned about The Onion. I like their stuff, but really when you start mixing fact and fiction, you don't know what you have.
And how well is it going to go down with his current audience?
I cannot see it working.
I think they're just going to not view the articles, right?
I think it's an intentional wipeout, because no one's going to look at that, because you cannot trust it anymore. That's
probably why it's an undisclosed amount. It's probably like 100 grand or something.
It really could be. It could be a wipeout that way.
All right. Well, what do you guys think about this? Do you think it's a good thing The Onion bought Infowars, and do you think they're actually going to be able to do anything with it, or do you think that their views are just going to go right down? Leave your comments below and follow the channel for more videos like this. Thank you so much, Kay.
Thanks for having me.
We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.